cool job. It's a cool job. Yes, man. I mean, I probably might not even keep that. Hmm. I mean, that's the only place that we're going to, 925. That's the only other place. Man, all these are really good. All these tell a story. Well, technically, yeah, that is one, isn't it? Technically. Let me see what it does. Let's see, because technically that is one. Hmm. I mean, I would have got my targets hit. Would have got a hit. Hey, what's up, Brandy? What's up? I'm doing fine. Just looking over the charts. Just looking over the charts. What I'm really happy about, I mean, it's not like this doesn't happen during every stream, but I kind of do this in private. I don't necessarily do like the full deep down analysis really on stream, but just kind of going through what we went through last night, we was able to literally find the highs of yesterday's session using historical data from the charts without the price action even being here. I think once I discovered this for myself, I don't allow anybody to tell me that, you know, like how when people kind of make jokes about support and resistance and this and that on the chart and blah, blah, blah. We literally went back in time. We literally went back to December 18th to literally find a rejection zone for this session, for today's session. We literally went back to December 29th to find the high of the session, to create a zone to pay attention to. And once price came into the zone, we literally got the rejection. We did the same thing here on the Nasdaq. We talked about this potential area being an area where we're going to see a potential rejection because it's based on historical data on the charts. So I'm glad that we went through that last night and it worked out. I will go to show that I am proof that chart geometry works, historical data on these charts work. All this information means something. I think I was actually thinking this to myself earlier today, that sometimes people forget that the market is a machine. It is a mechanism that usurps your wealth and transfer that wealth into the people that it's intended to transfer it to. These markets are not random. These markets do not make anything up. They're very efficient with what they do. They do the same thing every day in different ways, but it's basically the same thing. You find a high, you find a low, and you see how price reacts once it gets there. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's nothing complicated about this. We make it complicated with our emotions. We make it complicated with our emotions. I was in a Think with Bookmap chat earlier today, and obviously, you know, as a bear, we love seeing drops like this. We love it. We absolutely love seeing drops like this. And I was in the chat and I was saying, hey, just pay attention. We got certain levels that price has to go through if this is a real drop. And I think somebody in the chat was like, yeah, all y'all bulls in here, blah, blah, blah. This is bear season. And I was like, okay, then keep shorting. And right as I was saying, like 75, like this level has to hold, we get this big, massive reversal back up. As a bear, you have to be very mindful about where price, like if price gets into certain areas, you have to pay attention to the reaction, because as a bear, you know that we get these stressful shorts and the bulls get these short squeeze higher. I mean, this is a gift for bears right here. Just a straight move down, no stopping, no playing around. This is a gift for bears. And as a bear myself, I know that this is a very euphoric moment. And we can kind of get blinded to price action. And unfortunately, the bears that said that, oh man, this thing's going to keep going down, we're going to crash, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, keep shorting. And we have too much liquidity right here for this thing to just trade through it. You got to pay attention to where the liquidity is on your charts. And sure enough, the bears or the bulls held this level all day or around this time, just like what they did yesterday. Let me actually show you guys this. I'm gonna show you what I was looking at all day. They were buying SPY. Oh, that's interesting. So it looks like eventually these institutions are thinking that we're going to touch 514, 520, 530 on SPY. I've been seeing a lot of these prints come in, like 560s, 550s, and now I'm starting to see 530s. That's interesting. But anyway, they've been hitting 580 all yesterday. So either they were shorting the bottom ahead of CPI, or they were loading up at 581. Now, with dark pools, you don't know if it's a buy or a sell. You just have to make an educated guess based on where they're buying them at and where price is on the chart. So, again, are they shorting the bottom of yesterday's move at 581, or are they buying here for a potential move to the upside? We'll see tomorrow. We'll see what reaction we get with CPI. The same thing for Nvidia. The same thing was happening with Nvidia yesterday as well. They were hitting that 130 area all day. So you got to ask yourself, are they shorting the bottom or are they loading up before CPI? We'll see tomorrow. We'll see. We will definitely see. But we'll get rid of that. But this was a decent recovery for the bulls yesterday. The bears literally gave up. So it took the bears literally the entire day to make this move down. And the last 40 to 50 minutes of the markets, the bulls took away half of their work. This is why most of the time I just ignore shorts. I'll take a short if it's completely obvious to take a short and there's nowhere for bulls to go. But even in situations where, okay, the market is trending down, I should go short, I'm still thinking that, man, these bulls have just been so aggressive that hopefully I don't get caught in the squeeze going up higher. Because as the market's been going down, the bears or the bulls have been very aggressive. This has been a bullish bearish market so far. Ever since we touched the highs, at least on the Nasdaq, at 450. We touched the highs of 450 or yeah, we got the 22,450. That was the high. That's the current high on the Nasdaq. And the current high on the ES, I think is what? 183. 183. And it's been a bearish market ever since we touched that high, but it doesn't feel like it. The bulls are just so aggressive that even though the bears are knocking price down, making lower lows and lower highs, it doesn't feel like it. It does not feel like we've been making lower highs and lower lows. You would have to really look at the charts and say, oh, damn, we're still really in a bearish market. They have not broken out this trend. They have not broken out of it yet. And I think that's probably why we're seeing these institutions buy 520, 560. Stocks of SPY. If we can break out above this range, and then I guess I guess the next stop for the bears or the bulls would be the top of this high, the top of this potential trend channel. We've broken out of this downward trend, but we still haven't we haven't broken the trend on the overall trend. We're still making higher lows. So I guess to confirm the trend, we would have to break above and hold 668. We would need to break this, or we need to break above it and hold to break the downward trend on the ES. And we would have to make a close above 143. So actually, we need to actually make, at least on the Nasdaq, we just need to break above this high and hold. Yeah. Don't ever let nobody tell you chart geometry does not work. They perfectly rejected at the top of this trend channel. Look at all these perfect rejections from these channels. We got a breakout. You can literally see them trying to buy it at the top of this channel. You can literally see them try to buy it right there, and they failed. We'll see. I mean, if the market is not going to go up, then if you're going to see the market run these lows, I would watch out for a break below 693. And we're talking about a strong break below this level. I mean, it's highly unlikely that we see a move down based on the structure, But if we do see a move underneath this low, this will be a great area to turn around and short. Obviously, I would wait for that break, and you kind of want a strong break, a strong close, couple candles underneath that. And then when they come right back up to test it, this right here would be a great area for a potential short. A confirmation of the short here would be a red signal candle, and shorting that candle or shorting that candle, put your stop obviously wherever you feel the need to put your stop, and trade the short for a potential retest of a low. Because yeah, underneath the 693, it will get ugly. The reason why it would get ugly is because you can see how many times 1, 2, 3, 4. You got literally 4 layers of stops underneath this low right here. And there was enough buyers here to break structure to the upside. And you can see that there was enough buyers here where we created a higher low. And so there's more stops. 1, 2. Underneath this low right here. So we have a lot of buy or sell stops in this one little area right here. If price taps into this, we will see a nasty move down. If they tap into those stops. So if that's a level that the market wants to protect, then price should not go anywhere near that low. When is that? 230. Price hasn't even gone. So price hasn't even touched this level right here. 230. This would probably be an area where if the market comes back, we'll probably see like a what? I'll look at that. Squid Games 456. Anyway, we'll probably see if we do see a move down. This is in this area is probably where we'll see a bounce somewhere in that area right there. Price has not come back to that area of liquidity yet. Yeah. All right, so Nate says wait until Friday as the annual ranges will have been put in by Chicago. Watch for measured moves thereafter. Okay. Yeah. Yo, tomorrow, shit, y'all talk about OPEX. Dude, let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is definitely going to be a crazy day. If there's a day that once you make your money, you walk away, tomorrow is definitely that day to do it. Or tomorrow is the day to do it. Let's actually talk about what we're gonna see tomorrow. Man, this website. First, this website wasn't even working earlier. Anyway, we have a lot of red star news tomorrow. All right, so not only do we have CPI tomorrow, which is probably going to dictate the way the market moves until the next one. The expectation is that we're not going to get a rate cut in December. And I think that Fed tool said we're not going to get one in December, or it's not expected to get one in December. We're expected to get a 25 basis point in what is it, February, I think. But March, we're not going to get one. If I read that tool, I'll look at that tool. Actually, it's a Fed Watch tool. Let's actually look at that real quick. Trying to speak from memory when I can just. Okay, so our next FOMC meeting is in 14 days at the end of January. All right, so the rate cut for January is highly unlikely that we get one, or they're not expecting for us to get one. And the next one in March, we're not expected to get one either, or at least they don't think we will. Or actually, let me move this over. Am I reading this right? May have read this wrong. Because that's not what that means. Anyway. But yeah, it's going back to what we was talking about tomorrow.
Manufactured in some 45 factories. It tells you how pervasive artificial intelligence.
So yeah, so we got CPI. We have Fed Kashkari speaking. We have the beige book tomorrow. And for some reason, it's not on this one. It's on this other economic calendar called Econ Day. Where we have the Treasury buyback. That's happening. So the Treasury buyback announcement is happening at 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern time or Central. And right when the beige book is getting released. Right when the beige book is getting released, we're going to get the Treasury buyback results. So we have a lot of volatile news tomorrow. A lot. And it's going to probably be, I mean, if today's price action wasn't trying to make up for some of this, I don't know what is, because we're going to see some back and forth. CPI, Kashkari at 9, the Treasury buybacks at 10. We have two Fed speakers also speaking. We have the beige book at 1, and we have the Treasury buyback results also at 1. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. Hey, what's up? Investor Z, what's up? But we love volatile markets, though. That's how the ES is making these. Like the ES, man, I love trading the ES. Now, you get these big moves without none of the bullshit from the Nasdaq. How can you not love this instrument? Or I love it now. No bullshit. No back and forth. You get your straight move. You get your straight moves. You get your straight moves. This is why I've been focusing more on the ES now, because you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting volatile movement, but it's structure. No bull crap. Just straight to the point. And I love that. I thought I was going to get stopped out of this position earlier. So I told y'all guys that I had a limit sitting here at 52. I actually went to the gym and I came back, and as soon as because I came back around like what, 1, or no, that wasn't it. It's like I almost got stopped out of this one. Yeah, because I was in at 52. And I almost got stopped out of this one. I think I had like a tick or something left. Yeah, I had like a tick. Like this thing almost stopped me out. Or no, that's not the one. No, that's not the one. No. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I had like a tick left. When I came back from the gym and saw, I was like, dude, this thing almost stopped me out. Because I got like a 10-point stop on the smaller account. So on my 50K account, I have a 14-point target and a 10-point stop. That 10-point stop is, think about like, it's a $500. Yeah, it's a $500 loss. Only trading one micro or 10 micro contracts. So I got filled at 52. I took some heat. It went up and I almost got stopped out, and I was able to catch this. Oh, well, obviously I was able to catch this move right here. So 52, it was like I got out at like 68 or something like 68, 69. So yeah, when I came back from the gym and saw that, I was like, dang, I almost got stopped out. Like it literally almost stopped me out. One more tick, I would have got stopped out, and I would have came back to saw that this thing ran. And I guess I'll share this with you guys. When I saw that I almost got stopped by a tick, I thought to myself, like, what would you would have done if you saw that it stopped you out and then it ran? And I ain't gonna lie, it would have been hard, and I probably would have still done it. Well, I would have done it. I would have looked for another opportunity to get my money back, because I was just imagining myself, because obviously it was the grace of the market gods, obviously, that saved my position by a tick. But I would have chased this thing. Well, it would have been an internal battle. I mean, I would have found something. I probably would have found this short. I would have found something. I probably would have shorted this high. Yeah, I probably would have shorted this high right here. I definitely would have shorted this high. And 895. It got up to 898. Yeah, I definitely would have shorted this high for sure. I would have been happy about this drop, but I definitely would have shorted it. I definitely would have been in front of my seat trying to look for an opportunity to get my money back. But then at the same time, like I said, I told myself that I don't want to revenge trade and I don't want to chase the market. I just have to accept if a position doesn't go my way, I just have to accept it. Because trading on tilt blows accounts. There's no way around it. Trading on tilt blows accounts. All right, so I want to see what the market does. If this thing happens overnight in the London, then obviously I'm going to miss it. But I see this block of liquidity right here between 877 and 875. Actually, let me rephrase that. 878 and 872. Oh, no. 877, 873. All right, so this little block of liquidity right here. I want to see how the market reacts. You got a pivot point right here. You have the 200 EMA right here. You have your block of liquidity right here. I will make the bet that we're going to see a market reaction if price gets into this area on the ES. I would write that down on your charts and just pay attention to how it reacts when price gets there. If we're looking at the Nasdaq, the Nasdaq doesn't have that block of liquidity though. It doesn't have it. So let's look at the golden chart real quick. Oh, look, That's not surprising. We was looking at 935 all yesterday. 935 to 922. You got the 200 EMA right here. I mean, you're starting to see the 21 EMA sloping down. The 50 is still flat. The 200 EMA is sloping up. Mm. Mm. I would keep an eye on this right here, on this level, 888. I would keep my eyes on that level. It looks like they used it as support. They broke through it. Got a short squeeze. They came back through it. So it looks like price has just been basically rotating back and forth at this level right here. And you can see that these wicks are touching it. You got these wicks touching that level. So I would look at 888. I want to see how price reacts there if price doesn't hold this range. If you don't see price hold this range right here, I will look for that. My bad, I wasn't. So there's a pit map for trades. So you said there's a pit map for ES. What is that? What is a pit map? What is that? And typical trades, the old gold still play. I'll split up the 10 micros. All right, so yeah, let's actually look at that because yeah, I did activate my wealth charts. I just don't see myself trading on it. I mean, it was free, so I was like, well, and if you want to give me free accounts to I guess for you to not pay on, I guess why not? But hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I kind of wish that they would just they just gave us, well, I guess it wouldn't make sense, but it would have been nice. All right. Yeah, because I mean, this is what it looks like. Like I said, I haven't really traded on this thing. I mean, I took a couple of trades during the beta. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of these browser-based charts. I'm just not a fan of these. I don't like Tradeovate. You will never see me trade Tradeovate unless I have to. Which I don't see that ever being a case. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I like their DOM. I think the only thing that I like about Tradeovate is their DOM. Other than that, then I don't like it. So I guess these wealth charts have signals on them. They got these clouds and stuff like that. So, I mean, for the most part, I mean, I guess it's legit, I guess. I mean, if you followed them, I guess you would have been good, I guess. I don't know. This is why I don't like browser-based charts, man. I don't like this crap. All right, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, they basically got these little indicators. And I guess they're legit, I guess. I mean, I don't know when the signals actually, I don't know if price is all the way up here and then all of a sudden you see this buy signal when price is all the way up here. And it don't mean nothing at that point. Yeah, I mean, for those that's wondering, this is what the web charts look like. Yeah, like honestly, when they first did the beta on this, and I had to be a rocket scientist to figure this crap out. I was, it's like, dude. I mean, it took me forever to figure this out. Like, it took me forever. Like, they should have made this clear that, because I was like, how do you add charts on this damn thing? Because I mean, it would make sense that, okay, if I want to add a chart, it would just make sense that this, actually, can y'all see that? Yeah, I can't see that. It would make sense that this button right here adds a chart, but it adds a dashboard. And so I literally had to take a breath and really analyze this whole page to figure out how the hell do I add a chart to this damn thing. And for anybody interested in buying their wealth charts, I think this indicator is like $1,000 like a month or something like that. Yeah. Huh. Oh, so they gave this. Oh, all right. So they gave this to us for free. I mean, I'm not going to use it, but I guess they gave this to us for free. Because during the beta, if you added a dashboard, they would say that they wanted $1,000. I don't know if it was like for a month or for a year. Oh, so they kind of, oh shit, they gave us this for free. Interesting. I'll look at this. I'll spend a weekend. I guess over the weekend I'll look at this. I'll spend the time looking at this thing. Okay. Man, I guess it does appear that, I mean, the bulls are trying to buy this range, but you say you can't afford their platinum indicators. Hmm. Oh crap! Look at this straight order right here in the dome. Yeah, I really don't know what Apex is trying to do. I really don't. I mean, Apex has really, honestly, ever since I found out about these online casinos, and I've been watching people blow their money playing blackjack. But I've seen some people play some really, I mean, honestly, when I watch these guys, I'm trying to figure out why the hell are they getting mad at the dealer about what kind of cards they get. I mean, I understand the shoe could be rigged, obviously, but at the same time, I mean, anyway, they really can't. I mean, if it's an honest game, they really can't control what cards you get if it's an honest game. But anyway, I've seen a lot of people like I've been watching this one guy, like these guys be down millions of dollars. Like it really makes what we're doing here. I mean, we're crying when we have like we're negative 600, a negative 2K day, negative 5. I mean, maybe a negative 10K day will probably be devastating. It is devastating. These guys are losing millions of dollars, millions of dollars. And you know that these guys are just playing for the thrills of it because they get either half their money back or break even, and you can just see them. You can see the life come back into these guys when they're on a win streak. And when they come back from the win streak, and you know the people that their team, the people that they've asked to say, "Hey, walk away. Tell me to walk away when I'm on fire, or when I get my money back, or when I win a big hand to walk away." These guys never walk away, and it kind of makes me think about when y'all guys be like, "Hey, close it short or close it long," and I say no. I was like, man, do that foolish shit. But yeah, these guys are losing millions of dollars, and then they're making millions of dollars. Like sometimes they win 300K hands. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. These online casinos are making so much money. So much money. It makes the little money that Apex. So when Apex is considered little money, because Apex has reported that from July to I think what October or whatever, November, that they were making an average of what 13 million a month. That's baby money. Just imagine what I just said. That's baby money compared to what I've seen these guys lose in these online casinos. And then everybody else that loses their money there too. It's crazy. But I may or may not low key want to learn how to start playing blackjack or understand how to play the game strategically. That's probably something else. That's probably a new hobby because I really enjoy watching people play blackjack. I don't know why. I just enjoy people playing blackjack. Roulette comes in at a strong second. I like watching people play roulette. But all the other games I'm not particularly a fan of. I don't care for poker. I don't care for it. Hmm. They don't care for it. You say no one on YouTube is a trader? There's plenty of traders on YouTube. If you're talking about an investor, yeah, then yeah, I don't think nobody on YouTube is an investor. You make way too money as a day trader. And I wouldn't want to be an investor, not in this market. I wouldn't be an investor in today's market. You got too much degenerate gambling. You got too much zero DTEs. You got too much of the market maker having to protect themselves against degenerates. Ain't nothing wrong with being a degenerate gambler. I mean, as long as you have the money for it. I mean, gambling is fun. We all know that. But it's the reason why we're getting big moves like this. Because the market maker always is trying to protect themselves. So there's really no point being an investor, honestly. I mean, if you look at the charts, I mean, if you bought in at the bottom from last December or December 2023, this big move up was definitely a big move. And if you're still in a position from December 2023, even though we've had this big drop, you're still up. Obviously, if you didn't get out at the highs, obviously, but I mean, you're still up. But if you're a bear, and you try to short this market, yeah, it wasn't a happy year for you. Bears are starting to get life now, or at least it seems, but we'll see after when Trump gets in office, and we'll see how the market reacts. We'll see. Oh, let's actually look at Tesla. They were hitting Tesla a lot today too. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it literally makes sense for them to hit Tesla. A lot of people are not joking, but a lot of people are saying, which is weird to me. I don't know why people are saying this, but they're calling Elon Musk the president of the United States. I mean, last Trump's first term, apparently he was Putin's puppet. And now I guess this time around, he's Elon's puppet, apparently. If you look on the forums online, that it's President Elon and Vice President Trump, or whatever the hell they're saying. It's crazy that people, they think like that. But they were hitting Tesla a lot today too. And then if Tesla, I mean, obviously, well, I guess that makes sense. TikTok alluded to saying that they will sell TikTok to Elon. And if Elon were to buy TikTok, that would definitely change the game. But I honestly don't believe that the reason why TikTok is getting banned is for the reason why. I really think that they're blaming TikTok for the reason why Trump won. Without TikTok, I guess the speculation is that people would get, I mean, honestly, I mean, the mainstream media, the people up on top, the people that are divorced from reality or from the everyday man's reality, their minds is still back in the day where the mainstream media was the true source of information. And obviously, people in the boomer generation, they're not going to look for their information on YouTube. They're going to look for their information, obviously, on the mainstream media. But obviously, the newer generations have moved away from that. But for whatever reason, these guys don't want to accept it the same way Blockbuster didn't buy Netflix and didn't want to accept that the world was moving on from waiting in line and renting DVDs and getting overcharged to sitting in the comfort of my own home, having all the movies that I could ever want streamed in the comfort in my living room. Apparently, Blockbuster's like, oh, nobody's not going to ever want that. Yeah, okay. But anyway, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, stuff like that, and the speculation is that TikTok was one of the big reason for Trump's victory. They're also saying that TikTok is the big reason why people are against the war over there in Israel, Palestine. I mean, you don't really have to be. You don't need TikTok to know that anybody losing their life is wrong. I mean, you should know that a mass destruction of a people is wrong, obviously. But to them, they're thinking that, well, if you didn't have TikTok, you wouldn't know that for yourself. You would just believe what the mainstream media was telling you about it, not what everybody else's opinion is. And so I think that's the main reason. I think that's the real reason why they're shutting it down, because TikTok has been here forever. And all of a sudden now you don't want the Chinese government getting it in American information because they already got it anyway. They got it already. So that's not the reason. But anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox about that. They was hitting Tesla a lot today. They were buying 396. So either they're selling the bottom or they're buying. Either they're selling the bottom or they're buying. I'm going to make the conclusion or the assumption that they're buying 396 unless we see a move down. If we see a move down, then I would know that if you're trading or if you're trading Tesla, I would keep this 396 level on your chart, because if they are selling here and we do see a break, well, a retest of and around this level will be an easy short. That would be an easy short. And I'm pretty sure people are loading up on Tesla because of the reason why or Elon is going to be a part of Trump's administration. Let's actually look at Doge. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Damn, Doge is already up at it's at 36 cents. And yeah, I appreciate that. Just ain't right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a person. Oh well, I kind of talked about this previously, but I'm a person that I seek out understanding of things. Honestly, nothing else excites me except that. So, I'm always reading, always listening to other people's opinions, and looking for truth. Because the one thing that I have found is that even if somebody is talking some bullshit, there is some truth in there. It may not be a lie, but there's always, in order for a lie to exist, there has to be some truth in it. And if I can listen to what people say and I have an understanding of things or how most things work and listen to what they say, then I can kind of break down. And I was like, okay, so that's not true. That's not, or I don't like to call nobody a liar, but what I will say is that maybe your misunderstanding was really happening, because I understand that the mind does play tricks on us. I understand that. If we have a bias, our mind does allow us to see things that are not there to fit our worldview. Kind of like with bears. I mean, I think being a bear is the best example of this. We will see a short. Oh yeah, that's a short. It's not a short, but well, it's a short. You squint your eyes a little bit. You tilt your head. You look at it. Yeah, that's a short. I'm shorting. And then the market starts to squeeze up. It's like, oh no, I just got in early. Yeah, no, it's not a short. But the mind does play tricks on you. It definitely does. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Core W though. Isn't Tesla that 369? I find that interesting. That's where they closed. 369, 396, 369, 36. Huh, that's interesting. If you're into numerology, that's very interesting. I'm pretty sure that was done on purpose. I'm pretty sure. 36, 369. But anyway. So yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll definitely see what happens tomorrow, because I'm thinking that we get like a bullish move up, but man, do we have so much news tomorrow. Anything can literally happen. We could literally see a big move up tomorrow. Excuse me, and a full retracement back down. We can literally see that tomorrow. We can literally see that tomorrow. For sure. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I did buy some Nvidia calls just in case. I did buy some Nvidia calls. They were cheap, so I bought them for $25. So I mean, I'm not gonna get mad if I lose $25. I actually bought two, so if I lose $50, then that's all right. That's okay. I'll accept that. They expire on Friday, so I mean, Tesla is super expensive. I think I did look at Tesla. They were super expensive. Even the ones for the money were super expensive. Let me see if they still have it. Let me actually show you guys. Tesla is super expensive right now. I mean, as it should be, but it's super expensive. Yeah, I mean, you got Tesla 3 days out, and even the like what the 440s, 450s are still like $60. That's expensive for it to be far out of the money. Far out of the money options should be super cheap, but they're not. But you know, Tesla's back in the game when the premium, because I was able to catch, or before, I guess when I guess Tesla was no longer the darling and was the black sheep. These premiums was not that expensive. I was able to trade Tesla here and there because it was not that cheap, or because it was so cheap. Now, I guess now is look at that premium with Tesla. That's a lot. For 3 days, $50 for 450s, $60 for 450s, you're basically giving that money away. Shit, Nvidia is not that expensive. Yeah, I was able. Yeah, I bought. Yeah, I guess I'm up $5 on mines. Oh, I bought three. I thought only bought two. Oh, I guess I bought three. So I bought these for $25. So I guess I'm up $15 right now. But Nvidia is not that expensive. I mean, y'all see the difference? I mean, Nvidia is like has a well, I don't know if it still has it, but right now it has the largest market cap. And the premium on Nvidia is not that expensive, but it is on Tesla. So I did buy 140s, but I might close a couple of these if we see a move up to 37s, 38. I just didn't want to spend $70 on no out of the money calls. Like, I'm cheap when it comes to options. I'm super cheap. The most I'll spend on out of the money options is $20, and that's it. And that's pushing it. That is pushing it. I only like to spend $10 on out of the money puts or in calls. I could start buying at the money, but I mean the amount of capital that I have to put up, my mind instantly goes to, yeah, just buy a damn prop firm eval. There's no reason to spend $200 on calls and potentially lose my money versus just buying a prop firm account and getting paid out. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, shit, Alfred. Yeah, I think we'll look at Tesla on Friday. Wherever Tesla's at, we'll start probably, or I'll start looking at Tesla for them 0 DTEs. But obviously, we would have to. We'll see. You kind of have to buy them at the end of the day, depending on where the price is on the chart. The one thing I didn't really like about options, again, is that being right overnight. And if you're playing options, you really have to kind of do some mental gymnastics, because you got to think, well, okay, the market opens at 8:30. If I'm right overnight, I'm not going to be able to close my positions. But honestly, I think if you call your broker, you might be able to. I had a situation where I accidentally sold options when I did not mean to. And it said that my balance was down negative 13K because I was being assigned 100 shares of SPY. And so I called customer service, the Tasty Work customer service, which I'm surprised somebody answered. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't get an answer today, but I'm surprised that I got an answer. And I was like, I really don't know what the hell happened. And you can tell that he deals with people kind of blaming the system and yada, 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 because of how at first he was being defensive. But then I was like, you know what? I may have made a mistake. I believe I sold options, but that's not what I meant to do. And for whatever reason, he was like, I guess I must have touched his heart, because I wasn't behaving like everybody else and blaming them and calling them blah, blah, blah. He was like, this is what I'll do for you. I'll close this position before the market opens so you don't get assigned these shares. And he closed that option position before the market opened. So I think that there are certain people, and I'm pretty sure people with, big accounts that's bringing a lot of business to these brokers. I think that they have the privilege of calling in and getting their positions closed before the market opens, because shit, it was done for me. And it was a mistake that I made. And it was done for me. So if it was done for me, I'm pretty sure it's going to be done for anybody else. But I'm pretty sure you can't call them up anymore, because like I said, this was back in 2020, I think, 2019 or 2020, whenever I was trading options. And I sold options on a cash account. So I'm surprised it even let me do it. That's what I'm surprised of. I'm surprised it even let me do it, because I did not have the capital in my option account. I kept no more than $1,000 in that account. And that's just to trade AMD and SPY. That's it. So I don't understand why they let me do it. I did not have the capital, but anyway, they closed it. I didn't get assigned the 100 shares, and I got my balance back. I almost deleted the app. I almost deleted the app. I was like, well, I guess I can't trade with this broker no more. I got to find me a new one, because I damn sure ain't paying no 13K back, especially with something I did not want in the first place. Now, mind you, if I had those shares and I kept those shares, I would have, man, that was when SPY was at what, like 4 or 300? That was when SPY was at like 300. Let's see where SPY was at in 2020. Because obviously I would have been happy. I probably would have sold them, but if I didn't, if I kept them, let's see where SPY was at. I think it was like 2020. 2020-ish. It's like around COVID. So, I mean, SPY was trading around $300. Let's just round it up to like 350. Obviously, I would have been a very happy person right now if I kept those damn shares, if I still had them. I literally would have doubled the investment. Literally. But, mm, mm. You said toss is not helpful at all. Yeah, these, I mean, yeah. At this point, I'm surprised that these firms even have call centers at this point. I mean, you already see that they're moving to AI with everything. Everything is now in a chat. And if you get past that bot, you're talking through email at that point. If you're talking to anybody at all. I mean, shit. I think Top Step said that you can call them again. So you can hit them up. All right, so. Well, it looks like, at least on the ES, looks like what, 881? 881. So apparently, there's a lot of people that want to buy this, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's not how the market works. The market, I mean, especially ES likes to make measured moves. That's not a measured move. That is not a measured move right there. I'm not surprised by that the measured move would come right back down into this range. I mean, this is where the liquidity is right here. The 200 EMA, we got a pivot point. We did this already this morning or at the start of the stream. That is the measured move down there. So, I mean, we'll see. I really would be surprised if they do kind of buy it right there. And this is what I'm talking about the almost the 500 orders sitting here at 881. I don't know about that. You're already in long on, so just ain't right. You're already long on the NQ. Let's look at that. Let's look at the NQ. We'll see if the bulls hold this range. Where are you targeting? Where are you targeting? Where's your target? $947. Oh, so that's like a. Hmm. Yeah, Bitcoin looks like it wants to jump up as well. You didn't look at gold tonight. Hmm. Yeah, dang, looks like okay. So I know that on Dakota stream, with slow markets with Top Step Dakota, I know that at 8 o'clock, that's usually when we see a volume push on gold, and at 8 o'clock, it did not disappoint. It literally bounced at that low right there. If you got in at that low, you're up right now on gold. You're super up, almost up 10 points. Almost up 10 points. And this thing can potentially make a full retracement back up. And we potentially could see a breakout at 695 tomorrow. We got some more inflationary data coming tomorrow. I mean, we've already seen this song and dance already on gold. We've seen this. And this is the one thing I love about gold. It just, the ranges just they create themselves. You can see it. You really don't have to draw them. You can, they're right there. So we got a breakout. Let's see if they hold this. If they hold this range, we're definitely going to see that move to the upside. And gold is definitely not an instrument that you chase. I mean, we talked about this. You don't chase gold. Gold comes to you. You see that? Perfect bounce at that range. And this was from last week. This perfect range right here. I mean, if you traded this range, waited for the breakout, I mean, shit, this thing paid twice. This breakout paid twice. Dang. So you got the breakout of the range. They came back. They retested it. You got this bullish move up. Made a lot of money. This is a lot of money on gold, man. 85. Man, that's a 10-point move. That's a 10-point move on gold. And not only did you get blessed once, you got blessed twice at this range. They blessed you twice at this range. Yeah, you can see that. I mean, this type of price action is I mean, when you know what you're looking at, it's so beautiful, honestly. You got this range. You can see that the market has literally, I mean, ever since they created this range, they've been dipping into this range and bouncing, coming back and bouncing. You got a break below it, been rotating around this range. You got that breaker structure. Obviously, people tried to short this, but shorting that retest obviously got you this. You can see that there was all the price action, all the liquidity happened around this range right here. You can see that they rejected it off this range so many times. They rejected it off this range and they finally got a break above. You can see they tried to buy it and they completely failed. And then the bulls came in, they tried again. They finally got that breakout. And you got picked twice if you played it. What I like, the one thing that I noticed, the first thing that I noticed was that once they broke out of this range, you can look at them try to buy it. Look at that. Look at them trying to buy that. They finally got a breakout. It's just that they couldn't hold it. They couldn't hold it. And then the bulls tried one more time. And I know that the bears were frustrated on this, man. I know the bears because you can tell, like when you see choppiness, this is the bears trying to sell it, but the bulls just kept buying it. And then finally the bears said they got squeezed out of their position and the price came right back down and the bulls just kept buying this thing. And then they got squeezed again. I'm like, man, this right here would have been so frustrating as a bear. Look how many times the bears got squeezed. Like the bears literally got squeezed on the way down until they finally got that low. The bulls were very aggressive on gold. Shit, I wouldn't honestly. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to trade this price action with gold. Gold is already slow already, and then you put the crazy price action on top of that, aggressive buying when the market is trying to sell off on top of that. Nah, I'm good. You really had to been a stubborn bear. This is why being a bear over time, you're just stubborn because of this. This is how stubborn bears are born. Because the only way you're holding this is if you say, fuck it. Either it's going to blow my account or I'm hitting my target. But the bears, you can see that they failed to break this thing down. It created this big giant range right here. Big giant range. We got a breakout. It came right back into this range. And then the bulls and the bears started playing that game yet again. And then the bears finally got squeezed out. Yeah, you can't even be a bear in the market no more, man. You really can't. Because all the shorts are stressful and all the longs. Shit, if you keep buying the dip, you'll get paid. So he says, do you like a long hair or so my honest opinion, no. I'm not gonna no. But at the same time, I'm more of a momentum based trader. So when the market is slow, the only thing that I can rely on is structure. And I honestly think that the market really wants to come down a little bit more because of where we saw the rejection. Now, we are in an area where price could find support somewhere, but when it comes to support and resistance, sometimes I look at the ES for support levels on the Nasdaq, and there's no way that the ES is going to get bought here. Or let me rephrase that. It's highly unlikely that we see a bullish candle here on the ES, because where is it going to go? Where is price going to go on the ES? They've already sold the retest here. They've already broke structure down. They came back. The bears tried to sell it, or the bulls tried to come right back up into that range, and the bears sold the retest. So now price is going to go to an area of support on the ES. So I guess we could see a bullish candle. I would be surprised, but it's highly likely that price is heading down to this level on the ES. And this is where I would look for a potential bounce for a long. And around that 900 to 888-ish level right here on the Nasdaq is where I would look for a long. But at the same time, on days where we have news, major news the next day, I would literally sit on my hands. There's really no point losing your money in Asia when there's better price action in London and in New York. Just my opinion, especially on days where we have major news the next day. So Middle Mind says about 380, 2380. Let's look at that. 2380. Oh yeah, we talked about that earlier. Well, bro, we'll definitely see a bounce. We talked about that. Not 380. Yeah, not 380 though. But we have a lot of liquidity down here. We have a wall right here. 300 to 320. We do got a low right here at 360. So yeah, 380 is right around that corner. 380, 360. So we got a low at 360. We got a value area high at 390. We got another value area low this time at 390. We got that low at 360, and we got that wall right there at 300. So yeah, so that range between 380, 90-ish, 390 to 300. Yeah, definitely. I will keep my eyes on that. Definitely keep my eyes on this range right here. We haven't touched it yet either. And this is a block of liquidity that was established in November. So, all right, so let's see. We'll see what happens when price gets to this level. And if we do see a break below that low, that's exactly where the hell we're going. That's exactly where we're going. Because underneath this low, we're seeing a stop run. For sure. For sure. And that would be a great area to come back and sell a retest if you missed the initial short. Let's look at that. Let's push this into the future. And this is why I love NinjaTrader. I don't think any other platform is doing this. I could be wrong, but yeah, look at that. All right, so so this is what I'm going to be looking for. If we do see a bearish move down that breaks structure to the downside, if we do see that, and we do see a break of this low, I want to see them break this low. I want to see them break this low because the Nasdaq likes to do that fake breakout crap. Like it likes to break and then it sucks right back in. If you see that break and then a wick candle, you know that you need to long that. You know you're not supposed to ever short that. That's obviously a liquidity grab, obviously. I mean, you see something like this, you long this every single time. I have yet to see them break a low, have a bullish engulfing candle, and it continues going down. I have yet to see it. You can't even show me that on the chart. You can't show me that nowhere on the chart that once that red candle followed by a bullish engulfing, that it continues down. It does not happen. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. You see it constantly. Constantly. You see it. And I guess if you do see it, I mean, shit, that's a black swan. It's not going to be consistent. What's consistent is that red candle, wick, green bullish engulfing candle, you go long, and vice versa. That's what's more consistent. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see. Yeah, me too, man. I feel that structure, I don't pay attention to the news. I think, yeah, let's actually talk about that. Because, I mean, we talked about this last night. For those that was with me, I mean, shit, we already knew what was going to happen today because we talked about it. You can see how the PPI result, where was that at 7:30? Yeah, you see how it touched, actually, we did it mostly on the ES. We had a volatile news event today, and not even PPI, not even Powell, the Powell pump, price dropped right into that area of liquidity that we drew out last night perfectly. It touched that level. I think we were talking about, I think we said 874 exactly. 874. And it tapped right into this level. And we had that bullish move up. Even the news respects levels. So, I mean, when people say, hey, don't, I mean, your lines on your charts, your boxes, your blah, blah, blah. Y'all can pull up any stream and see that this stuff works. So I honestly, I respect people's opinions, but it works. So I'm not going to allow somebody to tell me that it doesn't when I see that it does every day. Again, we saw this level. Oh crap! We'll figure out where that was at. That was right. Yeah, this level was reaching all the way back until. So this level was what, January 13th, 10th, whatever this day was. It was this low right here that we was looking at last night. It was this low where we saw them bounce it. It turned it into support. They turn around and they used it as resistance. We projected this line into the future. And look where price bounced at. I mean, it's simple. So we'll definitely see what happens tomorrow. I'm definitely excited to see what happens. I do think that we will get a bullish reaction somewhere in this area. And we'll probably see a move up. Now, we could see a move up to 925, 930 tomorrow on ES if we see that bullish reaction tomorrow. Or we can see a mega move down. If price touch, where's that level on ES? If price trades underneath and touches that underneath 809, obviously we're going to see, where is that at? The next level was right here at 800. And I was actually looking at 800 before we got this bounce at 809. But actually, because we got that bounce, it actually might go further than that. We might see a further move down. Is that really all the price action for? Let me see. Man, I got 90 days on this crap. Good God. All right, so let's look at it on trading view because I really don't want to add more data to this thing. Yeah. And then after we look at this, and then we'll be done for tonight. We'll be done for tonight. So this is the ES chart. There's that, I think, where's that 800 level? Yeah, this is that level right here. I mean, the next level of support on the ES could potentially be around, damn, 5,600. Damn. 57 to 200 EMAs at 57 right now. I mean, we could see price try to come back and sweep the lows at 785. We could see that. Honestly, the way that the structure is looking, it looks like that's what it wants to do. But we have a bullish, we have a bullish pin. We do have a red doji. We do have a red doji. But this doji is above this candle. So this is technically still a bullish candle. It's not, it's the body of this candle is still above the previous day candle. So we'll see. I feel like if you're in a long position, if you're in calls, you better be quick on the draw tomorrow if we do see a pump. I think it's best to be quick. But all right, guys, that's it for me. Yeah, of course. That's it for me. I appreciate those that joined. We'll definitely do these. We'll do more technical analysis on stream. Like I said, I usually do these off stream. Just mark up on my charts on my other screen and just see if they hit and watch the reaction when they get there. I will say that I don't like this. If I trusted the bears, I would actually short this. I would definitely short this if bears can be trusted, but they can't. So I would sit on my hands until tomorrow and see what happens. All right, guys, I appreciate those that join, and we'll definitely earn some more money tomorrow morning. And with that said, peace out, everybody.